Great day, great day, great Wednesday. How are you?
All thumbs up.
Listen,
I'm so happy to be back. I
welcome the heck
am so happy to
back.
be back. And I'm
Listen,
happy to be just, this
you
is my
have no
face.
idea.
I'm like, oh my God, I miss y'all.
You have no idea how much I missed you.
I miss
My co-host, I gotta introduce you first. We have my co-host, Kristen Versense Wilson. We have the finder in the building. She done found her way back.
you. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I
Just,
am so you have no idea. Like I was sluggish getting myself ready, and I was like, I just get to experience this moment with my co-host. What's it been like 6 episodes,
five,
7 episodes, five? A
five,
lot.
six, a
It
lot,
wasn't. It
five,
was enough. I didn't like it. Let me
six
tell you this. I I,
episodes. I think
I didn't like it. It
I'm
didn't make me
sorry.
feel good.
I'm so
I was
sorry.
low. I was, and I had support. I had help, but I was lonely.
Life
You know,
was like,
after 3 seasons of just the banter, you just get used to it, and it's just like something. Just like, oh, they're not gonna catch that one. They're not
mm-mm,
going.
mm-mm. Yeah, we do have our
Nonetheless,
insiders for real. Like,
absolutely. I am William Alexander. I am your other co-host of Fixer, ladies and gentlemen. We are Chestnut Checkers. We have a special episode to you, brought to you today. Um, yeah, I forgot to put the banners up.
oh,
Sorry.
me too.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
So
Thank you.
resident pets in the building. Django's now coming in to
Yeah.
say a few words and have a sight to see.
Don't you know?
Golly, but nonetheless, we are Chestnut Checkers. Make sure you guys tune in, like, subscribe, and share. We are here. We're on YouTube right now. As you can see, we have our platforms on Twitter. Or excuse me, TikTok. There it is. Sorry, TikTok. We also have Instagram. We also have Facebook. And we also have our newly added Twitch platform. So make sure you like, subscribe, share. More importantly, like, subscribe, share. You can view, that's fun. But
Mhm.
like, subscribe, share. That's important. So we're going to make sure we do those plugins for you. Nonetheless, we have our current events coming up, ladies and gentlemen. It has been interesting.
It has. Before we get to current events, real quick, we
Oh,
got
sorry.
today. No, you could, boo. We got a special guest today. Uh-oh. Well, we're gonna wait to introduce him. I don't see him yet. So
Oh,
he'll be right back, and we'll get him in.
he went all Batman on us.
Um, but we will move forward to current events because it has been a lot. It has. Oh, there he is. See?
There he is.
So we
Hey.
introduce our guest today. Um, Cosmo Lanier, how are you, darling?
What's going on? I'm good.
Great day.
What's
Good, good.
going
Great
on? What's
day.
going on?
So
We
our
have
go ahead, baby.
no, no, please go ahead.
Our friend Cosmo here is a published author of two books. A Jamaican man out here doing it big for his community and the community at large. And we are so proud to have you here with us today. Um, Cosmo, you want to say a little bit about your books?
I should have. I'm slacking. I should have had him right next to me so I could show him. But yes, I wrote two books. One being Cosmo and the Monster Within, and that's pretty much about my life dealing with sickle cell and all my ups and downs and this how life was from birth to about my early 20s. And then my second book I did with my daughter, and that's called The Flying Boy of Zinni Boo Boo. And that is a space adventure
Hmm.
book for young adults, and pretty much with like an underlying tone of you can be different, you can be anything. Just because you're different doesn't mean it can stop you from being something great.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
I like that.
So,
Yeah.
published author, husband, father, warrior, we appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Um, we're going to hop into these current events. Feel free to give your thoughts because it's a lot going on in the world.
It is. It is.
Interessante.
It is.
So good news. Hall of Fame was last weekend. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We had Outkast and Salt and Pepper from the hip hop genre to get inducted. And I was so very proud.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Shouts out to Andre 3000 making his appearance, y'all. We we miss Outcast.
We
We were
do.
glad to see you guys just one more time. If it was just to see you guys accept an award, it was good to see you guys together.
Was.
Shouts
Uh,
out Salt, Pepper, Spin. Y'all can't
right.
forget
Spin looks
Spin.
great. Look, Spin looks great. She's
Spin.
she's doing great. Look,
Oh, Spin.
listen. Uh,
Whoo, Spin.
it, I guess another one for the hip hop books. Papoose is engaged, y'all. Right? Papoose is engaged to Clarissa Shields, and I'm at a loss.
At a loss. There's so I got so many questions. Like I have questions, especially after Papooses' wife decided,
That's the situation.
especially since his wife decided to air him out.
Regularly, regularly. But the
Like
fact that like aired out or not, you got a whole wife and a fiance.
you're
Like
still married, bro. We-
I didn't realize the
me-
divorce didn't go through.
that's a lot of things to tackle.
right.
I mean,
And allegedly, according to his wife, he's the one stopping it. So what is that? Right. So we got y'all remember Akon?
oh Jesus, what do you do?
Yeah.
Akon just got locked up.
Mm.
What did they come do?
Nothing. Driving on a suspended license. This nigga
Oh,
out of the cab
wow.
county. Like
Wow.
they wasn't gonna lock his black ass. So
All that money, you ain't got nobody to drive for you, bro. You can't call an Uber, like. Like
yeah.
I feel like people that have a lot of money and they get caught on a suspended license should have stiffer penalties.
Mm,
Like,
yeah.
do you know how a hell of a driver you have to be broke and on a suspended license? Like your shit not registered, the insurance is bad. You know the tail light out, and your insurance and your license is off. Like,
That pot.
That's a
and
lot.
you go that whole time and you don't get no ticket.
You got 2 days left.
Mind you, the car you driving ain't gonna even pass inspection. Ain't
Lord,
put a
would it
brake
be
on that bitch since you bought it. Like,
not one, not a pad or a rotor. Listen. So yeah.
Akon, this is not your lane, bro. You
Mm-mm.
should have had Uber, Lyft. You
Yeah.
could have called a homie, phone a friend.
Look, they got Vinos. They got cabs down
Anybody would
there.
have been
Like,
glad to drive any car you had.
yeah.
Pick up the Ferrari, something.
Goofy, you goofy for that. Like,
Right. So
I'm genuinely upset. Rich people make stupid
oh,
ass mistakes.
don't be mad.
Mutt.
Oh no, we're not calling nobody no names on this.
That was dumb. Like, come on.
Was dumb, but we're not doing that. You're not doing that.
That was a mutt like thought process. I'm sorry, Akon. You do a lot for the community.
He does.
Now you can't
Now you can't. Look,
for a
now,
set amount of time because you could have called Uber. You see what I'm saying?
well, I mean, he was singing all the time about being locked up. So at some point,
It's
Dang,
ironic.
bro. Of all the things that you could have, I mean, you didn't thrown people off stages. You could have got arrested for so many other things, but
this is it. Oh, speaking of this is it.
in the
Michael
cap.
Jackson got a biopic coming out next year, y'all. Y'all see the trailer?
First of all,
What? What?
can I salute you for being back? That was a hell of a segue. That
Hey,
was a hell of a segue. You know what? Go ahead. Shouts out to Michael Jackson's
what's up?
biopic. Like we can't wait for that to happen. It's been long overdue.
I want to sit way in the back with my camera on the entire time on live to just watch all of the dancing that happens in the theater. because I don't know anybody between the ages of 70 and 30 that's not gonna be moved every time a song come on.
Mhm.
Listen, I want to know how many hoes we gonna hear.
Too many hoes, he's.
How many? Right, he's and hoes. I mean, I just
And Woo.
how many glittery socks we
Flair
gonna see in
R&B.
the theater?
Look, he the Ric Flair R&B with the woos too. So,
Oh my gosh. How
um,
many people going to try to trying to like lean sideways and fall off the balcony stage? And I'm interested.
I'm just gonna have my live on. I'm
You
not
got to.
bootlegging the movie, Sony. I just want to watch the audience for real.
I swear to God, we're not going to be like infringing on your rights. We just you got to give us another perspective of what's going on. You caused this.
Cause this, you got that baby look just like him in the movie. Y'all can't do
Look,
this.
you should have thought of your technology and paying the movie outward so they can see what's going on. That's the funny shit you need to be paying attention to.
That
We're
part.
monetizing. Thank you. Patent. You heard it here first. Don't touch our shit.
Oh, I love it. Um, what was you telling me, William? What else going on in the R&B world? These foolish fools.
So Mario hopped on on a podcast, and they were talking about R&B singers. They just don't sing no more. They can't sing, and R&B singers that really couldn't sing back in the '90s really either. 2000s and '90s. Named a few. He said Omarion. He said that's a hit or miss. I mean, was just so quick about it. Hit or miss. Bow bow. Then he said,
Yikes.
uh, who else did he bring up? Bobby Valentino.
He can't sing for real though.
But Mario said he could sing, which is very interesting to me.
I seen him live and was sorely disappointed. He could be a
I
great studio artist though. I don't know.
Wow.
I would have rather have heard Django outside.
Mhm.
He's not great.
He definitely on the Mary Jane
So
package, but
I low key can see how Amarion can be a little bit upset. But Amarion,
Yeah.
he flipped his
touch, touch. Like, come on. Right. I mean, you know,
he flipped his coat. Yes, like what we doing, no Mario? Like,
ain't too much slipping in puddles we gonna be able to see before we recognize that it's.
oh my god. Side note: they made me watch Stomp the Yard at work the other day. I ain't never seen. It's certain movies that I've just refused to watch. 8 Mile is one of them. Stomp the Yard was one of them. Right? It's certain movies that I'm just not gonna put inside of my brain cells for real. And so they had this shit on. There was nothing else going on. And I'm watching this fool. What? How do you find out you can slide on your elbow?
How do you find out you could slide on your elbow? And I'm really curious to know who
Ooh.
tried to do that after he did it. Like,
Probably a bunch of people.
So
this
Omarion,
is going to get him.
as much as
Yeah, let me slide on my elbow.
um, I'm gonna need for you to sit down right now. Leave Mario alone because he's gonna blow you out the water vocally. You might dance him into the ground, my nigga. I'm not taking nothing. I want to see a dance versus between Omarion and fucking T-Pain.
T-Pain.
No, see you laughing. I want to see a dance versus between
Oh,
Omarion and T-Pain.
that's interesting.
You see, because they both do a little that weird herky jerky shit. So
But I get what you're saying, though.
I,
Oh
that's
my
just me.
God.
But good luck. The R&B niggas out here fighting again, y'all.
Oh, and then he mentioned Chris Brown, which I believe Chris Brown can actually sing.
He can
It's
sing his ass off.
so Chris, and I know that I am nowhere near your echelon when it comes to just being in the lab making hit after hit. But it's time. It's we need your register. to reflect what we know we hear when you talking.
No.
Give me a solid
Michael
album.
Jackson
That's all
didn't,
I'm asking for is a
if
solid
Michael
album.
Jackson didn't have to lower his register, neither does he. Usher
We
didn't.
we deserve it
Why do we deserve that? I don't want
because
to hear
he has a dope ass
these
voice.
light skinned niggas scare me. I don't want to hear
No, no. T Pain did it.
it. Huh?
T Pain did it. He finally took that auto tune off and went for blood,
He's a great singer as
and
well.
he sang his ass off. Chris Brown, it's about that time the world knows what we know when we heard.
In his 30s doing more ballads that are not about drugs. Whether it's the register or whatever, Chris, just start singing about somebody you love for real. You gonna be great. What else is
You
going on?
better not give him my nickname.
That is actually a very well crafted song. You're not gonna let him acting like he Trey songs on the song make you do that to that song.
Trying to pull me down, down, down.
Because I swore when I heard that song, I said, "This nigga really out here trolling Trey songs."
I felt like he was trolling the hell out of Trey Songz on that song. You better not give him my nickname. I was like, oh my god, that was like a low blow. Like, go ahead.
So
I'm
now
sorry.
we could, I guess we could talk about the government a little bit. I don't even want to give these fools some time for real. I'm sorry,
So,
such a real American that I hate the government. Like,
I mean, states are trying to sneak SNAP benefits to y'all. That's all we got. Like,
Georgia
there's a
said, "Nah,
snake
we're
that
gonna give y'all something."
they
Look,
try to like slip it in and on Twitter, be like, shh, don't tell nobody, and then like check your accounts at midnight, and here come Trump, 3 o'clock in the morning. Nope, shuts it down. So as of today, we are still on a government shutdown.
yes, yes, but they partying and they
They
taking
are.
out our check. And they got the airports about to shut down to make an international incident out of this bullshit for real. Because TSA done walked out of what, four of them at this point?
40 federal airports are shut, or 40 international, excuse me, airports have officially shut down. All aboard Amtrak.
Mm,
That's all I got for y'all.
listen.
Terrible damn track.
Okay.
Eh, Oh,
Government, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
important notice. Um, check your local Aldi. I don't know if Aldi is everywhere, but check your local Aldi. Certain days of the week they are giving away food baskets for Thanksgiving.
And they
I,
also have a deal where it's like a Thanksgiving meal for 10
yeah,
for
that's the thing.
$40.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So check your local Aldis. Make sure that exercise what's out here, y'all. Don't be too proud. And for y'all that got money and decide to go in that little line and get that $40 meal, fuck y'all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On behalf of those that got to go in that line and really have to get that and probably can't because your old cheap ass don't want to go do the lines and the aisles, fuck you. And y'all,
That part.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you
I
good.
missed you.
I missed you too, baby.
The
Um,
rapid fire this shit now. It's like,
okay.
whew.
So in Nashville the other day, I want to say like last Thursday, Friday, something like that, because the state government is still running. It's just niggas up in DC. They brought out them niggas with the guns to protect them so they could party. That's what it looks like. Um, Nashville, Tennessee, children between the ages of, I believe it was 13 and 19, staged a walkout from all over Nashville, different public schools, etc., and stormed the Capitol, demanding legislation against gun violence in the schools.
Bravo, children. Bravo.
I was so proud. I've never been more proud in my life.
Yo,
Did you?
ICE is in my hometown.
Oh, somebody going to jail. That's it. Somebody going to jail. Mm-mm.
Don't you bring your asses up this way.
They coming.
Try to tell you, don't you bring your asses up this way, nigga.
They
They,
coming.
they,
They coming. But yeah, these kids organized, went there during session, went
I'm proud of them.
in the gallery up top and shouted stop gun violence, gun ban in schools until they gave a 30-minute recess because they couldn't get control of the floor.
I'm proud of them kids.
They lied in the hallway and berated those bastards
Damn.
with words, nonviolent protests from kids, mind you.
They better not have touched them either.
They did. They were well within their rights to protest. They didn't do a thing.
Good.
Yeah.
Proud of y'all kids.
Yeah, absolutely. So William brought it up before, but they don't snap y'all SNAP benefits out the way. If you live in certain states, then you might get some this month. But please
it's not looking too good though.
Understand that between ICE and them knowing how niggas are about Thanksgiving, they really trying to start some. They want to be starting something. Got to be starting something. Because
listen,
I know some folks that if they can't feed their family on Thanksgiving, might be up there.
Listen, they gonna have friendsgivings and holy communions.
That part. And a possible holy convocation or two. But either way, I'm not a prophet. I just like prophets. Speaking of which, the main character of it all, Mr. Orange. Ugh, I don't even like think about this thing for real. They released the Epstein files.
I got it.
Okay, thank you. They released the Epstein files, or some of the Epstein files. I think that was yesterday, this morning, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So allegedly, they are first phase of release for all of the stuff, and mainly what was in this was a bunch of emails between how you say the broad's name?
Who?
The chick whose name start with two letters that shouldn't go together.
Oh, Jesselyn, something like that.
Yeah, Jizz bitch and Jeffrey.
Jesselyn.
There you go, Jesselyn. Between all these emails between them mentioning Trump on several occasions. There's also the flight logs in their entirety. A contact book of Jeffrey Epstein's, basically the address book from back in the day, and the lists, no pictures included as of yet, of all of the evidence that this dude had related to SAing over 250 underage girls.
It's nasty.
Nasty work.
It's the people on that list is crazy work to me.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how y'all try to slice and dice that. Oh, they might have just been the fact that you're associated with a known motherfucker like that. And it's not like people didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
He just had a lot of money, which means that a lot of people supported his cause.
That's what it looks like to me.
And y'all knew him. Ugh.
Well, him and Trump was allegedly besties, remember?
Yeah. Trump didn't know him.
Nah, Trump didn't know him at all. Didn't have nothing to do with that man's unaliving by self others, and
wasn't his best man at the wedding
at all. According to the email, didn't spend mad hours in the house by themselves with a victim. None of this actually happened.
Jeez, oh man.
Proud to be an American still.
That's crazy.
Okay.
We're not overwhelming you, Cosmo, are we?
No, it's just Epstein is nasty.
It's nasty work.
It's nasty work.
Nastiness. This is not going to end. It seems like forever.
That's like he's like the quintessential idea of what like a closet monster is. Like you know how the boogeyman is formed. So
Mm,
like even when you're dead, there's still stories told about your ass. Like you were that horrific of a person. Like
crazy work.
Candyman and that's he's around that echelon. He needs a villainous name.
Who Trump?
Epstein. No, Trump's on his
Epstein.
way. He just got to pass on yonder. The
His
son,
villain's name is Epstein.
that's
Is
the villain.
I can't even look as of late for like a month now. I've been calling life a Diddy. So as long as it's not an Epstein, I guess I'm okay. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's been a Diddy for a minute now, and I'm tired of it.
I
So
ain't gonna hold you. If I see next time I see like y'all old motherfuckers looking at these young girls, I'm like, yo, you a Epstein motherfucker, yo.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what.
all I'm gonna call you. Now, I'm gonna have to have my dental bill up to date. But yeah, that's what y'all gonna get out of that.
Knock it too far. That's what you
Oh,
worried
they going I gotta one of these motherfuckers don't belong here.
about. One of these days.
That's all I'm telling you. Like, stop
Mm.
fighting since I got it fixed.
Oh gosh, yeah, yeah. Look. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, y'all, that's what we know of so far. From this past week. Can y'all think of anything else important that
Oh,
happened?
there's so many different things. It's just like I'm just numb.
Oh, and prayers going out to Jamaica still, because when are they
Got
going?
another
Yes.
one on the way.
Yeah, when are they going to send?
Seriously?
Yes, yes.
Bomb.
See, the Jamaican came out. I love it. Look,
Yeah,
Yeah,
bomb.
that motherfucker made a sharp left.
mm-hmm. Now we've talked about this before, William. Cosmo, do you believe that the weather is being controlled?
Oh, it's a fact. They've already showed it a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, it's 100%. I
So
don't
Sorry for
know
that stupid
because
ass motherfucker not paying attention.
yeah,
that
they talked about how they needed crops and they I think when they used to talk about it, they didn't realize they're like, oops, we shouldn't probably be saying that because the way they were talking about it. But then it's like when you really think about it, like, no, you can actually do some things. But the way they used to talk about it was, oh, do it with agriculture and blah blah blah. But like, no, they have that technology and had it for a while.
yeah.
Daylight saving time is kind of stole on them. They just really just told on y'all.
Yeah.
Right, right. That part. Um, so y'all know, Cosmo, you may not know how much of a conspiracy theorist I am, right? But I'm a little out there, right?
Okay.
So the reason why I'm out there though is because I don't believe in coincidence for real.
Okay.
Things coinciding cannot be accidental. Like it's not, it doesn't work like that. So Maui, then LA, and now Jamaica are three of the, I think it was 11 or 12 cities that were supposed to become smart cities by 2030.
Yeah, I seen the smart city thing in Jamaica.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if this is what they're using this weather control stuff for. Because if we remember the Maui,
Suppression.
not suppression, the to wipe out what's there so they can rebuild instead of having to deal with the owners of what's there.
You know, I I said something similar about that towards LA. I mean, just considering them fires, we stopped talking about them. Like, who put out the fires? Is my question. Like, I'm just a little curious.
That part.
And when did they declare it
I'll chop
no more fires?
that.
Huh? Oh, my other question to this whole situation is what happened to all those houses? Because people had to evacuate, those houses were
Hmm.
engulfed, and
Hmm.
insurance policies probably couldn't pay fully out on all that disaster going on. So, and what I also know, which is rather interesting, is that in 2028, the Olympics are going to be in LA.
Very true. Very true.
I, you know,
Very true.
I was just like, if no way greater than a natural disaster to get rid of the population. Not to say to kill anybody, because I don't think too many people really, but to excavate
Yeah,
and get everybody to move and resettle somewhere else.
that's one of the that's one of the highest things in the world is land, and there's not
Hmm.
much of it, and you only have that. You can't make more land in a sense
Right.
unless you're like in Dubai or whatever, and you're doing those type of things. But on a normal basis, so all you can do is wipe out to restart.
Right. And they can retoil. It's not like they hit anything significant. So they can retoil
Mm-hmm.
that into something, great.
Mm-hmm.
However, they incinerated like essentially a good part of modern LA.
Hmm. But a good
And
part of modern LA that's over tunnels that can be connected to things to make things smart without having
oh,
to
absolutely. I mean,
reinvent.
you're going to see this. You're going to see that it go out of control during the Olympics.
Hmm.
It's going. You're going to see this stuff go out of control. I
So
think, and my belief is that this is going to be the first technologically designed AI based Olympics.
okay,
My theory. Do a
now
lot of AI on this Joker.
me personally, I'm looking before the Olympics because FIFA's coming here next year to Atlanta.
Hell yeah.
And the last time they had anything big like that was the Olympics in '84. You remember they tried to blow that bitch up.
That was 96.
Oh, it was '96.
Yeah,
Yeah, 96.
in
Okay,
Atlanta. Yeah, 96 in Atlanta.
Blew that
so
whole Coliseum up. They tried to.
tried to blow
Mm.
that bitch clean off the map. And so I don't know if they're going to be using Centennial Park for FIFA. I don't know if they can zone it like that. I don't see them building anything yet though either. So I'm assuming.
I mean, good luck.
I'm staying the fuck out the way.
Like that is a
Because FIFA fans in and of themselves are more violent than regular sports fans. And regular sports fans will tear your city up. So
Yeah, FIFA, they
yo,
don't play with FIFA.
it's
mm,
loud.
Yeah.
It's loud. They didn't pass through Philly. It's loud.
I've learned my lesson though. I don't drive lift when I know there are big events.
I mean, literally you can hear them. Like you can hear the whole city sounds different.
Hmm.
Oh my
Hmm.
gosh.
Hmm.
It's just
So,
resident hums.
I don't do well with the big crowds or whatever. So I'm gonna be in my house or at
Mm,
work because that's where I be anyway.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is 8:03, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the next segment. We made it. And listen, I'm going to say it again. I can't explain how thankful I am that my co-host, my friend is back in action, back with us, doing her thing, making life easier. Listen, make sure y'all like and subscribe, and also make sure y'all catch up. We've been filtering, we've been putting a little bit snippets. Make sure y'all catch up. We some information
All the
with
time.
a lot of stuff that we're there's a lot of source information that's coming about, and things that we said is now starting to transcend and manifest itself. So make sure you like and subscribe. We have more things to come, more things to share, more interviews, and more guests. But nonetheless, we have I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but ha boom bow boom but nonetheless, we have Cosmo in the building. He is here to not only tell his story but to provide some insight. And with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Kristen because I know that she has some things written down and some words to say about this awesome gentleman that's going to be here with us.
thank you.
No, I mean, Cosmo, you just been dope since I met you. And I love the fact that
Appreciate it.
you've just always been open about your 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 fight. You know what I mean? You call yourself a warrior, and I didn't know if that was a term across the I don't even know what to call it, across the diaspora of people with
It is.
okay,
It is. We call ourselves the sickle cell warriors.
as you
Mm.
Hmm.
should.
Hmm.
It's a fight that many people don't know is even happening every day for those who carry the disease in the trade.
Hmm.
And it's also a fight who, from what I'm learning now, um, is often stigmatized in such a negative way that people can't get help.
It's rough. That's facts.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
So I did want to start this episode just by saying that we here at Chestnut Checkers are always going to be about community, especially our community. This is one of those things that truly, really, for the most part, only affects our community. If there are
Yeah.
100,000 people in the United States right now with sickle cell, 90,000 of them are Black.
Yeah.
Mm.
Majority affects us.
Mm.
And so we're going to get into the background of the disease. We're going to get into the treatment of the people with the disease, as well as some things that could possibly help people to try and ease some pain as they walk through life. But as we get started, I just want to thank you again, Cosmo. I really appreciate you being here because you're
Thank you for inviting
Absolutely.
me. Thank you for
Absolutely.
having me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
absolutely a wealth of information. And I just feel so strongly about getting this information out so that people can know that it's not as simple as it sounds.
Hmm.
These are
Right.
facts. Hmm.
All right. So let me get this video going for y'all first off.
United States that the healthcare system is treating like garbage. Actually, worse than garbage, they're being treated like criminals. And I have worked in over 10 different hospitals across 4 different states, so this is not an isolated incident. This disease causes so much pain, patients will often come into the ER crying. And they are typically met with staff members that look like this. I'm talking about sickle cell disease and how patients are judged for wanting to be treated for their pain. I'm Dr. Erin Nance, a board certified orthopedic surgeon. You may have seen me on one of my 31 for 31 series about the most commonly misdiagnosed conditions in women, but I am continuing that series with a focus on medicine in America. Sickle cell is a genetic disease, and you need 2 copies of the abnormal gene in order to have sickle cell disease. If you only have 1 copy of the abnormal gene and you have 1 normal gene passed down by a patient, you will have something which is called sickle cell trait. And sickle cell trait affects over 2 million Americans and specifically 1 in 12 African Americans. So what is sickle cell? Sickle cell is an abnormal way that your blood cells flow through your body. So in times where you have low oxygen status, the cell, instead of being nice and round and plump, becomes sickle cell, almost like a crescent moon. And when those cells become sickled, they cannot flow through the blood vessels, which are just like tube. I mean, it's basically a plumbing problem. And when you get down to the very, very small capillaries in your bone, those sickle cells, they block the flow of blood cells. And so the bone cannot get oxygen. The formal term for this is called vascular occlusion. And this causes something called a bone infarct, meaning the bone is not getting any blood. And so it dies. So
Thoughts,
Mm.
fellas?
I couldn't hear it, but I read the whole entire thing.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry.
It's cool. I was reading it.
Yeah, cool.
I was able to hear that. That was intense.
Yeah,
That was intense.
right.
Um, I mean, as far as understanding and reading it and listening to it again, um, it's just intense, and it just, I guess,
Hold
as
on.
a
I can only
as
hear
a
one of you.
person, you can't hear me,
I can't hear you. Mm-mm.
Can you hear me?
Christian. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, Chris, I can hear you.
I can hear you, William.
I
Oh
can't hear William though.
no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
I don't
S-
know.
So here's what we can do. Go to your settings and then click on your sound preferences, your audio, and then just click the button on your audio preference and it might reset it.
But yeah, she had a lot more to say. But I wanted to do that video first,
Hmm.
just to make sure that people understood that this is a real thing, and she covered a lot of
Yeah.
information pretty quickly. So it's like, these are the facts that can just be rambled off. So,
Right, right.
um, is 1 in 12 accurate still? Is that a
Yeah,
current
yeah.
statistic?
No, that's current.
Jesus.
That's
And can you
current.
hear me now?
That's
No.
current. It's that's current. But on top of that, it mainly affects us. But when you look at the large scale, so many people, Puerto Ricans, Indians, um, people from Greece. So it's like if it just needs to be. It's a big boy disease, like on cancer level, but it's not on cancer level, and it affects a lot of people. And so I think I don't know where they went wrong, but I think it's because they say, okay, this affects black people, so it's whatever. But realistically, it affects way more than that. And that it needs to be focused on because you could think that, oh, won't affect me, this affects them over there. But realistically, it can affect you. It can, no matter what. All types of, people are in India, Puerto Ricans, all types, like it affects so many different, and is just not taken with the utmost seriousness.
Yeah, that the first statistic that I wrote down was the 90% number,
Hmm.
that in the United States specifically, 90%
Hmm.
of people with sickle cell are African American.
Hmm.
The next stat under that says that the next 3 to 9% are Latino descent. So you really
Hmm.
only have 1% of people who are white, Asian, or Middle Eastern.
I haven't seen yet too many white people, but yeah.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
So it based on, and I would love for you to tell everybody what you told us earlier in regards to where sickle cell came from.
I wish he could
Oh yeah.
hear me.
Can you hear him now?
Nope.
Doggone.
I don't know what happened. I can't hear William at all.
Um, Go out and
Should
come back.
I should I come out and come back in?
Hmm?
All right.
He's gonna pull his screen down and then come back and see if that fixes the issue. But
Okay.
yeah, please tell the people
Yeah.
where sickle cell disease came from.
So many years ago, back in, I'm pretty sure it was the early 1900s, but uh, early on, um, they were looking for a cure for malaria. So scientists went to Africa thinking they would create a cure to cure malaria, and instead they created something called sickle cell from it. And then from that, it started to, once the rabbit, once it's out, then the domino effect. But the original purpose was to cure malaria, and then
Crazy.
obviously injecting people thinking, oh yeah, this will cure malaria. Now we're giving you a whole new disease.
Hmm. And
Can you hear
so,
me now? No.
can you hear him,
No. Test.
Cosmo?
One,
Can you hear
two.
William?
He can't
Mm-mm.
hear me still.
Oh
Do you want
no.
me to step? Do you want me to step
Yeah,
down and come back
I'm,
up? Okay.
yeah. Go out and come back in, sweetie, and see if that
Okay.
fixes. Thank
Okay.
you for telling us about that. That's wild. That
Yo.
he started as a cure.
Cause because non-melanated folk got tired of getting bit by mosquitoes.
Mhm.
So
No, what
I'm
scared
not
them
laughing at
was
that,
mosquito
but
with malaria was probably what it is, because they only do stuff
right,
out of fear.
right. That's what I'm like. Ooh. So let's not test on ourselves.
And what's wild is I really would not have believed that. Fun fact.
I
If
would not have believed it too if I had not like heard it. I was just like interesting.
That part. Okay, let's see what we.
Motherfucking mosquitoes, like of all the things in the world,
There you go. Can you hear us now, Cosmo?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yay.
man.
Mosquitoes is
So
great.
so so I do have a question.
Hmm.
I've done research on it, and um I don't have too many familiar spaces with people with sickle cell.
Okay.
Um, when did you realize that, like, okay, something is
Mm.
not okay here? Everybody else having a good time, and I'm out
Hmm.
here having like
Hmm.
not a good time right now. Like,
Yeah. Actually, at birth, I'm
wow,
Jamaican, so I was born in Jamaica. And Jamaica, it's a little different here. They didn't start testing, depending on the state, but they didn't start testing people for sickle cell in America until way later on. In Jamaica in the 80s, they were testing people from birth.
wow,
So they knew immediately what was going on. Um, which is kind of crazy that you would think here of all places they would test at birth, but that's only something that's more newer than in the past. But like in the 80s, 90s, yeah, they'll test you, and obviously present they test you at birth. So my mom knew from the get go what was going on.
hmm,
Um, but my mom was she's just built different. She didn't really care. It was like, all right, she's a health. She was a health nut, and she moved at her own drum. So
wow,
it
wow.
was like whatever. That sounds good, but we gonna be all right. But
Mhm.
actually,
Mm.
birth is
So,
when we found
so
out.
you knew like then it was going to impact you, like, well, not, well, of course, not at birth, because like
Yeah, yeah,
you're still a baby,
yeah, yeah.
but
Mm.
like about kindergarten.
From the get go, you have pain
Wow.
real early. And actually, be honest with you, younger is worse. You
Mhm.
get it's like from birth to I want to say teenage, maybe early, late teens. It's really bad.
Mm,
But the younger your single digits and all that, a lot of people don't even make it through that because it's hard to
mm,
really explain. You're a child, you can't really explain what's going on, and eventually, when you get to a certain age, you know how to move better, and then it gets better, and then when you get older, it gets worse. So usually,
mm,
very early on, it's very bad, and later, it's really bad, and in that middle, it's still bad, but it's like you can maneuver better and you know how, okay, I know if I go in the cold, I know I gotta layer up. I know, okay, if I drink this amount, if I know, and then you can do everything perfect and it still blows everything up. So it's still no rhyme
mm.
or reason, but you just know what, like for me, stress is the main thing that can get me sick, the cold weather. So I always layer it up. I always have tons of layer, even in the summertime. I,
Yeah, yeah,
I might have a little extra layer than most, but
yeah.
you just know how to move different.
And like you would assume, and I'm not, Kristen. I'm about to yield to this one. Like I assumed that like sickle cell, it was like, all right, if it's sickle cell, then everybody kind of has the same kind of, it's like having a cold. If you have a cold, I chew, you expect that. You expect that. Sniffles,
Mhm.
you expect that. Y- You don't, there's no real rhyme or,
No.
like you could be fine in a certain element that another person with the same
Hmm.
disease will
Hmm.
not be okay in. Like that's like you can have coffee and then another person can't have coffee.
Oh, I lost Kristen and I lost your volume.
You lost my volume.
I
Come
can't
out
hear you now.
and then come back
Okay.
in.
Okay.
So once again, we are Chestnut Checkers. A little bit of audio issues. We're going to come right back to you guys, but nonetheless, we have our friend Cosmo on the line. He's out here telling his story, giving us insight, giving us understanding, giving us clarity. Um, I appreciate it. Like there's so many things that I thought was, like I thought I had understanding, but then, once you read a little bit more and discover a little bit more, and I guess dialogue a little bit more, you're just like, whoa, this is yet another thing that was like meant. for one area, and then we were targeted as a result. So it lets us know that long since time began, we were sitting here being experimented on for research purposes to make sure that other things can sustain. It's like
Listen,
that's crazy work, like
that's really great.
really crazy. But nonetheless,
Yeah,
your
everybody's
story,
different.
your
Everybody, yeah, and cut you off. Everybody's different, and that's the sucky part in a way. Like I might have, I always get the two confused. I have SC, which is the worst one. I might have like my friend who passed. He had all my friends with sickle cell have passed, which is nuts
Mm,
to say.
mm,
But for me, we might have the same similar pain, but for like him being being a rebel for me works better. But for my friend Randy that passed, he wasn't like being a rebel for him only made him hurt more. Like for me, I'm doing what everybody else can do. And that pushes me, but it also I think sickle cell is also a lot mentally. Like
mm,
I can I'm gonna do what you can do and do it better. Like at work, I don't care. Like I have stipulations, which is cool. Some things I don't do, some things I might, but I know, hey, I'm gonna outwork you. And it's gonna be sad because I have all these things going against me and I'm still gonna outwork you. I'm gonna fly on a plane because you're not supposed to fly on a plane. You're not supposed to work all the time. You're not supposed to do this and that.
mm,
I don't apply to any of that. But I think that helps me. But the next person, they could do that and that could be putting them in the hospital every 10 seconds.
mm,
mm,
So it really is uh you have like a baseline, but then realistically then you have what might work better for this person and what might work better for the next person.
mm,
But
mm, mm.
that pain is the same for all of us. That
mm.
pain is
Wow.
no joke.
And when I was doing the reading on it, it's like they equate it to like stage 4 cancer level pain.
Hmm.
But
Childbirth, stage 4 level cancer, the worst things you can think of.
And you just jolly as shit right now. Like I'm sitting here like, oh my god.
You
I'm
gotta
sorry.
smile. You
That
gotta
you
smile.
clearly like
You gotta
listen,
smile.
makes you not take things for granted. I'm not
Hmm.
lying to you. That's
Hmm.
there
jeez.
there's
Hmm.
a part of me like that wonders. I guess you say everybody is different, but then is every crisis different? Do you even
Yes.
know when something like when it's going to be a smaller thing or when it's going to last longer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Like crises, like for me, I get blood exchanges every 4 weeks.
Oh wow.
Mm,
Plasmapheresis. I get 80% of my blood taken out and 80% new blood put in. So
mm,
that's pretty much my cure in a way because the cures we can talk about in a second. The cures are tomfoolery.
Mm,
But for me, I don't get I still get pain, but I have at least unless it's a wash, because some exchanges are a wash, but at least get a little bit where it's a buildup.
mm,
But then on a normal, but on a normal basis, you can have a crisis that is like in your arms, and it's like it's a little pain. But I know like I have a blood exchange coming around the corner, so I'm just gonna push through. But then you have crises that you feel different, like just a little movement, and it's super like a extreme amount of pain, and then you kind of have the idea like, all right, this is bad. And then their barometer really is if you go to the hospital and the amount of pain medicine you get. If you get one shot and it gives you like a good amount of relief, then you're like, okay, this is not too bad, or two shots. But by the time you get to three shots, two and three
mm,
shots anyway, they're trying to kick you out or admit you anyway. But because the medicine, they're real stingy. But about two or three shots, like, oh no, this is bad. This is not. This is gonna be,
mm.
and then they can last. It's really on them. It can last. I've had sickle crises last a week, 2 weeks, 2 months.
mm.
And while I was in the hospital, my birthday is October. Yeah, I'm literally in there from September to like November, just months in the hospital because it just won't leave. It won't go.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, crises. It definitely
Is it
varies, and
just
then
in one spot or is it all over?
the blood, wherever blood is. So you can get them in your head, you can get them in your private parts, you can get them in your foot, your pinky toe, and I've had them in every single spot you can name.
Mm.
And so people, it's always funny because sometimes it's like, oh, oh, it's hard down there. So it's like, oh yeah, you can get it in. That's the last thing you're thinking about when you think it feels like it's gonna rip off
Mhm.
because it's so much blood and it's so much pain in there, and you got to do all types of mental gymnastics, warm cloths, push-ups, which is how you doing push-ups when you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Sit-ups, you're doing me working out. Working out helps lower, but they're called priapisms. That's the exact term for them. But I can get them in my eye, which feels like a migraine.
Mm.
I've had 'em in my butt, like wherever your blood is, you can get them in.
Oh my
And
gosh.
does it like disperse throughout your body, or is it just like acutely right there?
It can be acutely right. Like for me, usually back, legs, arm. Those are like my hot spots.
Mm.
One of those three is usually, it can be sometimes other places, but usually back, leg, arms, and or you can have like a full body crisis where it's just your whole body is in pain.
Mhm.
But for me, most of the time it's arms, back, or legs, or all three at the time, or two out of the three. But it's
Yeah.
usually at least one out of those 3.
Wow.
So for people who are not like anatomy buffs or whatever,
Hmm.
when we're talking about the difference between like a vein and a capillary, it will be the difference like if you have the amount of water going through a PVC pipe, which is about the circumference of a like this big, right?
Hmm.
Ooh.
Hmm.
And then you gotta fit all that same water through a straw.
Hmm.
That's what's causing the pain, correct?
Yeah, the blood gets jelly. The blood gets real jelly, like because all the cells are shaped like half moons. So now
Mhm.
they're all, instead of them being circular and it's flowing freely, now they're jumbling up and connecting, and then now you know it, another one's connecting and another one's connecting, and now you have a jumbled mess, and then now it's like a jelly form, which your blood is not supposed to be like jelly. and
Right.
then and then when that starts to happen, that's where the crisis, that's the definition of the crises, is when the cells start to all clump together and then they form like jelly, and then that's what causes the extreme pain.
Would you say that doing blood drives and blood donation is helpful for people with sickle cell? Because
Yes,
okay,
very much so, very much. I survive off of that. I don't. If some like COVID times, blood was getting scarce, and I happened to be cool with a lot of the people, and I was one of the ones that they were keeping. But there were some people that were like, "Hey, we're short on blood. And it's like we gotta push your exchange back. We gotta
wow,
not give you your exchange." And this is like, damn, like I can't imagine not, can't imagine like by the time I get to my exchange, I'm ready. Like it, like my exchange is next week. I'm
mm,
already feeling it. I'm already ready. Like, all right, like it's time. And I can't imagine me being ready and then be like, oh nope, gotta wait
so I
until
feel
whenever.
yeah, I feel like everybody has seen the little scale with the happy sad faces, 1 to 10
Hmm.
doctors. If at your worst, what number past 10 is it?
Well, it's like 20, 30, 40,
Wow.
50. You
Mm,
can, I've had crises where I'm screaming at the top of my lungs uncontrollably. Like you
mm,
just feel like literally you're getting beat and you can't, like in my legs, like you just can't stop screaming because the pain is so astronomical, and you're screaming like somebody's killing you, and it's just it's uncontrollable because you just, it's the pain is just so much. Like I have a walker because sickle cell also does that. They'll take you have your leg, it's in your legs are done, and then on top of that the pain is so bad you can't even walk. So a lot of people with sickle cell have walkers and canes, some in wheelchairs. Crises can be so bad it can paralyze you. So like crises are there. They can get very, very, very
Mm.
bad. And then the longer you go through a crisis, the more it breaks down your body. And then it keeps breaking down your body. And then that's why I talk about when you get older. Because now you had it really rough when you were young, and then you had a little period of time where you can kind of maneuver, but then all those powerful crises on your body. Then by the time you get a little bit older, and I'm not saying older like I'm 39, like meaning this age, then your body starts breaking down, and then it's like because of all the years of all the constant trauma on your body.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Some, I mean, and we understand, and we went
I
into a
can't
lot of
complain.
depth
Yeah,
of darn it.
that is so weird.
That is,
Oh,
it's not you. It's not you. Can you ask him about the what he does as far as his well, I guess we can wait now.
Mhm.
Oh,
Good night, beautiful. Give me a hug. Say hi to Mr. Willie.
I feel like I haven't seen them in forever. Hi teeth.
Mhm.
Hi
Good night.
sugar. How are you?
He said, "Hi, sugar. How are you?" Good. Good.
Good.
All right. I'll see you in the morning.
Sorry about that. That was me. It when I went off the screen, it could probably flipped your audio.
okay,
But
okay.
I know we discussed a lot of the pain and I guess the trauma of it all.
Hmm.
I guess on a lighter note, what 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 do you eat or what is your diet consist of that allows you to, I guess, regulate? You know, like
Ah,
and it's not to say like you're on like a hell of a strict diet or nothing like that,
no,
but
no.
at the end of the day, you know, you want to feel well so that you can keep fighting, you know?
I'm gonna be 100% transparent. My mom was a health nut, and she was such a health nut that as an adult, and then after she passed away, I was like, man, no, I don't want it. So I do eat pretty much wherever I want to eat, but I do eat broccoli. I love broccoli because broccoli has a lot of it's great for it's great iron. Broccoli is perfect for sickle cell, so I love broccoli. So I intake a lot of broccoli. Broccoli is delicious, and I love broccoli. And I drink tons of water. Fruits and vegetables I dabble in, but I should be way eating way better than I do. But that's just on me. I'm just because my mom was just so like I'm talking about eating the most craziest stuff, and it just threw me all.
Mm,
It was too much. But I do eat. I do consume vegetables, and vegetables are good for you. So I do consume that.
My
gotcha, gotcha.
fruits and vegetables. We're not gonna speed past that though. I dabble is crazy.
Dabbling is
Dabbling,
wild work.
no, dabbling in fruit and but vegetables. No, I get busy with certain ones. Like one, the vegetables that I like, I go crazy with. But you got to eat
Yeah.
a lot of. Realistically, you got to eat a lot of vegetables that are good. That give a lot of oxygen in the blood, good, a lot of iron. Um, so that's why I like broccoli. I hate spinach, but spinach is also good for you. But water
How do
intake,
you
that's
hate
also part of it.
spinach?
I don't get down with spinach,
That's wild work. I love spinach.
but I drink water by the gallons.
Yeah. Nonetheless, we have and with that said, should I say
Right.
better? With that said, we have Alistair in the building. Let me ask you this first, Alistair, on behalf of all of us. Welcome back. How you feeling, dude?
I'm 50-50 right now, but
Yeah.
definitely will not miss this moment.
Mm.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you just taking this moment with us.
Yeah, man.
We were talking about the diet.
Organic.
Right. Right. We was talking about diet.
Dog.
Do you have like a comfort food? Do you have specific foods that you eat when you feel like you're about to go through a crisis?
Yes, I definitely do. Like, I gotta have the purple packet Skittles. I gotta have Sprite and like anything sweet because like regular food just doesn't appetize me at all.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm. And this is coming from a person I actually have watched him cook in the kitchen too. Like this dude cooks. That's crazy work.
Right. I was about to
Like
say the
he
same thing.
was
Like
like,
junk food a lot. So
I'm
that's why.
thinking you won't say some asparagus. He was like, yeah, purple pack of skin.
Yeah,
On that
anything.
vibe.
Dude, I wish I could get that for you, dude. I feel so. I'm looking at your face. I'm like, that's not Al, but I know he's fighting.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah,
That,
Um, we was going into the idea of blood donation, how people can help by getting out there and donating blood so that people can get transfusions and exchanges. Do y'all ever see anything in like where y'all live for sponsored blood drives specifically for sickle cell?
No.
Okay, so that's
I
a thing.
can't say I have
Do y'all
either.
know y'all blood types? Or obviously you do.
Mhm. I'm A negative.
Well, I'm universal, so you're good.
Mhm.
What
Mhm.
about yourself?
I don't.
Man. So for $29.99 a day, I could sponsor one of y'all. My blood's precious. What I'm saying. I'm sorry I had to make light of this. Y'all were like breaking my damn heart. I'm sorry.
Oh God.
You gotta have light too. It can't
No,
be all
man.
serious. Yes.
Bro,
Like when I read that shit, I was
yo,
like, oh my
anytime
God.
this goes on or I have this conversation, I feel like the Joker. I'd be like, why are y'all so serious? Like this is not a serious
Mm,
thing for me. Like
Bro,
mm,
do you
seeing
see you?
somebody with it every day, like yeah, you're gonna definitely see the changes. Just like we
Yeah.
see the changes in y'all when y'all don't feel good or anything like
mm,
that. It's
Yeah.
no different. This
Yeah.
is something that y'all just stumbled on. Oh yeah, I mean it's even though it shouldn't be, it's something that is never really talked about until we are in that. I mean, in this position,
Mm-hmm.
then we just be like, oh yeah, no, I mean, I got sickle cell. Da, 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 da. I mean, then everybody else be like, oh, like, no, 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 don't do
Low
that.
key, like low
Don't
key. That's what I feel like. Like it's
First of all, I told you it's all like awesome. It's got to be a superpower, right? In my mind, to be
Right.
able to walk through life. Okay, so I have a question for both of y'all. Do you feel like awareness isn't there because y'all are suffering from it from birth, so you don't talk about it because you're just dealing with it?
mm. No, it's not really there like that. Like we have a sickle cell association here, and a lot of states have that. Which that's good, but not every state have a sickle cell. But like the sickle cell association here, they do stuff. But like on this like a normal basis, no, not really.
That's
Now that I am in Atlanta, I have to say they do have a lot of stuff that's pertaining towards like sickle cell out here. I mean, which is a great thing. And I wish that every state will because shit, I would have to say probably like 55 to 60% of patients that are in and out of there probably have sickle cell.
mm,
Oh wow.
that's crazy.
Mhm.
So you have brought up earlier, Cosmo, that the cures was bullshit. Would you like to expound a little further?
Yeah,
Mm,
because now it's a little backtrack. I used to think back in the day, eh, um, in the '80s, they used to do bone marrow transplants, but then there was like 80% of people who did it died. So then it was my mom was like, "We're never gonna do that." And then as time went over, I would inquire about bone marrow transplants, and I would think, "Oh yeah, that could potentially happen." And then I start hearing like the odds were getting better for people. And then I had the idea thinking like I got on the bone marrow list, and I was thinking like, "Oh my god, I'm actually gonna like get cured from sickle cell." And then a doctor broke it down to me, and he was pretty much telling me that this was now we have a new cure, but this is specifically bone marrow that they just don't do them. It's like cancer; they've been doing them for eons. Sickle cell, they do a handful of that. So it's not really that many people getting bone marrow transplants, and there's not many people, African Americans, who donate because you have to be has to be like a family member or somebody that's in your realm. So the fact that most people don't donate anyway bone marrow, the majority of the list is Caucasian, so that's already an asterisk, and that they don't even have been doing it for that long anyway on specifically sickle cell. So you're looking at, and he was like, then you can get other diseases called graft diseases and other stuff. So he was like, do you really want to get rid of one disease that you know to get another disease you don't know? And then so I kind of got off of the bone marrow transplant, and now they have the new one, the CRISPR, the gene therapy, and I'm working with the hospital here because I said like the Sickle Cell Association does a lot here. That's like the main thing, and like the hospital here is they're trying to be more proactive and be more involved in the community, and they were just talking about it and pretty much is the same realm, like, oh, you got to be, they didn't say that I aged out, but they said your vital, your organs can't be, going downhill, or you can't have that much. So I was like, oh, so you got to be pretty much younger. And it was like, yeah, and then you still got to go on chemo for a little bit, you still got to do this, you still got to do that. So the more they're talking about it, is like, oh, it's not realistic. Then it costs $2 million.
Oh my
They
God.
said it'll take 9 to 12 months for insurance to even, like, you have to account literally 9 to 12 months for insurance to even potentially say yes to it. So by the time they finished it, it was like, oh, this is not realistic. And people send me stuff all the time. Oh, have you seen this? You seen the CRISPR? And they technically don't know if it's a cure because these people, it's only been like a year or so where they haven't had sickle cell.
Can't
So they don't
nobody the
even
fuck
know.
afford it. Like
Exactly.
two
So
million goddamn dollars. Like what the
it's
fuck?
not
And why would
realistic.
they tell us if they even have the cure or anything right now?
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Golly.
On a day-to-day basis, fellas, are you in pain every day?
Varies. Variations for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. I'm not gonna say that I live a active life. Even if I'm home, I like to walk around and shit like that. I mean, so it definitely gets to me when I'm more on a downtime or I'm on a stressful time or I mean something like that. Like it's always that one time where or the weather change. Like
Oh,
I feel
the
as
weather.
though this is right. I feel as though I will know in a couple of years when rain is coming by how my body reacts to it.
Weather
Mhm.
changes.
You like a whole fucking reptile, like low key.
Yeah. Weather changes.
It's just like I
He's
just
not.
need to
He's not
just
lying.
quarantine somewhere and just
um,
not exist for a moment. That's
so the
wow.
young lady in the video earlier had brought up the stigma of going to the ER, going to the doctor to try and get help when you're in crisis. Have either experienced that? Oh, damn.
Uh,
Not that. Wait a minute.
Wait, did I just miss that?
Listen, because I feel
Because
as
you gotta think about it, like this is a ongoing thing for us. Like I don't think anybody will really understand or get how we feel compared to what they see.
mhm.
And you don't want us to feel bad. It's
Right.
wild work. It's hard. Is what I'm saying. It's
Mhm.
not impossible.
it's
But
not
like I said,
even
it's like,
that per se. I'm a mom
bro,
and a woman and a
Mhm.
helper and a so it's like what can I do? Oh my God.
that's a goddamn human
Mhm.
being. Like I feel like I want to DoorDash this man some purple Skittles.
And you should.
And a 20-ounce Sprite. Like 3 o'clock in the morning, I got you. Keep an eye
you
on
know,
me.
it's crazy. I get treated. This will explain hospitals. I get pain medicine now because on record it doesn't show that I've been there in a while. Because of my blood exchanges, I don't go to the hospital that often, or it will be, ER trips sporadic. But because they see that I'm not there often, they give me medicine. And it even has told
Wow.
me, hey, oh, you're not here like that. Okay, yeah, we can give you some medicine. Which, what if I was in pain all the time, which I am, but what if I was there all the time? It doesn't mean I'm just looking for drugs. But because I'm not there, you're gonna give me drugs? That's backwards.
Hip hop out here making it worse for y'all to get help. It's crazy. I'm just saying the whole idea of drug seeking behavior is a hip hop thing now.
Right. Like you caused this motherfucker. Like I
Mhm.
was
They think we're
Now,
fiends.
You
Right?
scared to scratch your arm? Now I gotta exist like
Mhm,
this. Like if you don't give me my
mhm,
goddamn medicine.
mhm. I like to rub my belly a lot, and like when I'm in crises, I rub my belly a lot. A lot of times will be like, "Oh, he's withdrawing," and realistically, I try to rub my belly and I get in like a zone to try to like meditate and try to like
Right.
focus out of the pain. So that's just my little thing that I do. But then they look at like, oh, he's withdrawing, he's withdrawing. Oh, we can't give him it. And I'm literally just rubbing my belly because the pain is bad, and I'm just trying to focus not on the pain. But it's
Right. I
like,
scratch wherever my pain is. That's what I do. Like I scratch, like lightly scratch
okay.
wherever
Hmm.
it is. So
Hmm.
I mean, people be looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Just mind your business." Like I'm alright.
Yeah, like, I'm doing my thing.
Mind
Exactly.
your business.
Exactly.
That's wow.
But
Exactly.
going towards the like the hospital thing, like people asking me like, "Yo, do you want to go to the hospital? Do you want to go to the hospital?" I'm like, "No, look." They be like, "Bro, you in pain? Like, bro, you look like you about to die over the bed." Like, nah, I got you something good. I mean,
Hmm.
Just give
but
me some
I am.
Skittles.
I
Right.
mean, like, I am good. I mean, it looks unbearable to you, but you gotta like people don't understand. Like, we've been bearing with this shit for years already.
Hmm.
For
So
years.
do you mind if I ask you the same question I asked Cosmo when and he gave us a better understanding of like they understood in Jamaica that this was an issue. We
Mhm,
understood later that this was an issue.
mhm.
Were you diagnosed when you were born?
Um, to be honest, no. Matter of fact, yes, I was. My grandfather was a I'm gonna just say yeah, I was because my grandfather is retired pediatric doctor since in Plainfield for like forever. I mean, so shout out to the original Millenberg and everything like that. People that know that. If
What?
you know, you know.
Millenberg, what's up?
If you know,
What's
you know.
up?
Know what
Millenberg,
I'm cracking
if you
up.
know, you know.
If
What?
you know, you know. Know what I mean? So
Yeah.
my first crisis,
But you
I had my first crisis probably like when I was 5. It was really no pain. The only thing that was visible on me was my whole left side of my head, like everything from my nose to like the back of my head is swelled up on one side.
God.
So
Mm.
when we went to the hospital and everything, like my parents took me to the hospital, like the doctors running tests, they didn't really want to stick me in the head with needles and stuff like that. So they running like major blood tests and everything like that. I'm sitting there like, yo, what the fuck's going on? I mean, they couldn't find nothing going on or anything like that. So my grandfather basically stepped in and was like, check his sickle cell, like, like he had sickle cell. I mean, they ran the test. I guess they ran the test and found out, like, yeah, it was a crisis and everything like that.
Oh, wow.
That was, I remember, like, that was my first time dealing with that shit. And every time after that, it was just like more pain situation.
Mm.
I
Mm.
probably was in the hospital more than, I probably went to the hospital probably like 5 times out of the year.
Wow.
That's wild work.
Millenberg
And that's a
days.
lot.
I know
That's a
Millenberg.
lot of time to go to the hospital in a year.
Yeah, you know, Millersburg was
Millenberg days.
big. But
Millenberg
I
days.
was in there so much to the point, like when I was young, like you know, you be in the pediatric area and shit like that.
Mm.
I was motherfucking helping the nurses and all that type of shit with the babies. Like I
Mhm.
spent so much time with that shit. I was like
I did
chilling
the
like
same
I
thing.
was a resident.
I used to help the
Right. I
babies
mean,
too.
like people, I feel like everybody with sickle cell probably has that moment
Hmm.
in their hospital
Hmm.
life where they
You
just
just become a
get
resident.
familiar with it. Word, you like a
Hmm.
resident, like shit.
I swear y'all know each other for real and just don't know y'all know
Right.
each other for
Oh,
I
real.
didn't know. I
you
didn't
was
know he
room
was from
308.
Point.
Hey, I remember you.
Y'all the same age and everything.
Hmm.
Like y'all,
With the
My
y'all
blue
in there
with the blue
together.
boxer with the little punching joint. Yeah, y'all
my friend
friends
used to
now,
do
Buster.
that. They
Yeah.
used to do that back in Millenberg. They used to send me like with people with sickle cell, and that's how I met my friend Randy. They were like, "Oh, he has sickle cell," and they would just stick me in his room And then that's how we became friends. And they would just do that. Like,
Or
oh, they have
you
sickle
can,
cell here. They'll stick you in the room, and then like it is cool now. Hmm.
But they have
I
sickle
used
cell.
to hate that shit,
Yeah.
man. I used
Um,
to hate being in the room with somebody. Like, I don't know if it's like this for you, but when I'm in a crisis, bro, like I don't want to be bothered. I want to be by myself. Just
Hmm.
treat me like I'm a werewolf and I'm about to change at midnight. Just put me in a room, give me some shit, know what I mean, and let me
Hmm.
be how I be because I'm a
Hmm.
rock out.
Hmm. Hmm. Stop asking me questions. Stop
Right,
with the
yo, like,
test. Like, come on. Like, it's all right.
right, like, let me. I got this. I promise you. Bye,
Mm,
bye.
mm,
You know
mhm,
what I mean, it's just
mhm.
that feeling. I mean, and a lot of people don't get it, but it's not coming from a nature. We don't want to be around nobody. This is how we deal with our own situation.
mhm.
It's a
It
loner
works.
disease. It's very lonely.
Right,
On that
right.
note, you say it's lonely, so you both
Mm.
have children, both had serious relationships. Like, how does this affect your personal life on that level? Like,
Right.
everybody crickets. Oh,
No, I was gonna let him go first. For me, it was trial and error. That's a lot of that. It's in my first book, to be honest with you. Uh, it's a lot of
I
trial and
like
error
that.
because a lot of people think they can handle it, and then they can't, or they think, or you're in the hospital and it's like, okay, that's cool for the first time. All right, now it's the second time, the third time, the fourth time. So it's like, it's a lot of trial and error. A lot of people who think they can handle it and they can't. Now I'm with somebody that can handle it and is equal. Like, no, I'm fighting. And when I'm down, they're fighting the doctors because hospitals is a war. Like, you got to fight with doctor. I've almost died 3 times just because people not taking it serious. I'm having high fevers and literally all I can hear in the background as I'm fading is somebody yelling and screaming and is like get it together, and then it takes like the doctor have to snap out of it, and it's like it's not just hospital. That's why it's like hospitals a stigma, because it's not like, oh, you go to the hospital and they're just all nice to you and they just treat you good. It's like it's a battle. So I'm
Right.
thankful that I have somebody
They,
now that advocates for me.
they be the first people not to understand. Don't ask me why is your first question to me. How long have you had this?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why is this your first question? Why is your first question to people, how long have you had sickle cell?
Mm-hmm.
does that matter? Is that a doctor question that gets asked, or
The first question, the very first question. How long have you had sickle
This is
cell?
always the right. This is always the first question I hear from a lot of fucking people in the medical
Mm,
field.
mm,
How long have you had sickle cell?
mm.
why does that
How
matter?
long does a person have sickle cell?
Do you
Right.
just say like yesterday?
Like, give me on the area, like, give me on a time where I'm in a bad crisis and I don't
Mm,
want to fucking play around and I don't
mm,
want to ask stupid ass questions.
mm,
I'm going to battle you. I like shout out to motherfucking St.
Let's
Peter's
take
because
mm,
they know the fuck, they know what's going on.
mm,
Like they
mm.
know what's going on. St. Peter's, well, me and St. Peter's got a like a love and hate relationship. You know what I mean, because of the questions, of the amount of questions they ask them motherfucking student doctors and shit like that. Like that shit is so irritable, bro. Like I can't, I don't love it. I hate it. Don't ask me that. You
Call
shouldn't
them
even
baby
be playing
docs.
with questions.
I
Right?
mean, that
Like,
you would think there'd be like a profile like that they can just pull up and be like, okay, XYZ. Matter of fact, with that said, is there like, let's say you're kind of like stuck. You're driving, boom. I don't even know how this works, but you're driving, bow. How do you describe it? Is it like a womb if it kind of flares up on you, or it's just like a bow? However it works, you get a flare, right?
right.
You're in the middle of driving and you got to pull over and you're not in a familiar space. Like, how do you at least regroup to get to a different space, or do you just be like, yo, gotta call 911? Because like hearing the way y'all talking, it's just like, yo, fuck the hospital. I might as
Mhm.
well bite the bit and sit on the couch.
Yeah.
It is definitely, it's definitely. how can I describe the pain? And he probably has the same meaning. All right, if you ever want to get tortured by being stabbed, like tortured by being stabbed, that is your answer right there.
Tortured by
Very
being
So,
nice.
over
so,
and over, you mean? Like just keep stabbing the nigga?
but you just don't die.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically a stabbing pain. I mean, sometimes it burns, depend on, I mean, the type.
Hmm.
There's levels to it. I
Hmm.
mean, I've had pain where it's just like my chest, like I feel like I got heartburn. If I have pain in my chest, it feels like I got bad heartburn. Without the burn, I mean the burning sensation, it's just the pulsating pain, pinching pain right here. I mean, everywhere else is stabbing, like it's just forceful. It's just like somebody's just digging in your skin in a place where you cannot like get to, like just that whole time wherever the pain is to me.
Mm,
I have things like that, but it's levels to it. I mean, it gets it depend on the pain level. It graduates.
got you. Got you. Hmm.
On
Yeah.
that note, let's welcome Lovey. Hey boo.
Hey, love
Hey
you.
y'all. Love y'all. Good evening.
I
Hi
love
How you
everybody.
you.
doing? How you doing?
Um, so we've been just chatting it up about the different things. Definitely wanted Lovey to come today, but she's always here and we love her. But she has the other sickle cell, which is the sickle cell trait, correct?
Right.
And so I wanted to get her opinion as well because, like for me, before I met y'all, only time I had heard it was from T-Boss,
T-Boz, right?
Right.
TLC.
Hmm.
and I remember feeling bad, like damn, they got her out there dancing and singing this shit. She can't even
Yeah. Don't go chasing the waterfall,
like
y'all. Sorry.
It be dehydrated.
right,
You don't
right.
mess around and get sickle cell chasing waterfalls.
I
You stick to
can't.
the. I'm sorry.
What?
Actually
Oh,
was a
bloody.
great segue though, because I do want to address the stigma that this is not a STI.
Right.
I don't understand, other than the fact that I guess you get it through being born, but
Right. A genetic STI. Yeah.
this is why I said like people think because
Oh,
Sorry.
you genetically
it ain't sound good. I mean, it doesn't sound good at all.
That sounded
Sounds
terrible.
terrible.
Right.
It sounded better in my head. I apologize. My bad.
That's horrible. That's
Come
really
on.
bad. Love you. That was really bad.
But
It was. It was.
when you're young and you're dealing with it, and then you got a little understanding of what you have, and then you tell people that you're cool with, like, they be like, "What's wrong?" Like, "Oh, I got sickle cell." They be like, "Sickle cell? What the fuck is that?" Like everybody used to treat it like it was motherfucking
Like
a disease.
leprosy.
Like word, like the fuck COVID. Like
Damn.
okay.
Right.
Dang.
you
So
can't really tell nobody when your kids. I mean, they don't understand because you don't even fucking understand. So you learn to like kind of keep it to yourself and motherfucking go with the motions. Anybody that catch on at that age, they'll catch on. I mean, but when you young, I mean, you're not gonna really have people to really understand what the fuck you going through.
So I guess do you guys have like pain free days? Because we talked about a lot of days that you just live in pain. Do you just wake up one day and just like I don't feel nothing. I just feel me.
Yeah, I mean, it's. Oh shit, pardon me, bro. Like, go ahead, answer this one.
No, uh, it's lighter days. It's lighter days. Like right now, I got leg pain that I've been having for 2 years straight, and I don't think it's sickle cell related, and they don't know what it is.
I'm
So
sorry.
it's yeah, but it's probably caused something by sickle cell. Who knows?
I react
But
like that because y'all both do that. And it's wild to me that you be like, yeah, my leg been in pain for like 4 years. Like that doesn't sound weird. And we like
nah.
It's an
No.
everyday thing. That's.
Yeah.
But now it's old news.
Yeah. You gotta keep it pushing, right?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
right.
I know about nagging injuries. I can account for all of mine, but like that's interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had this pain in my leg for about 2 years. I'm just like,
doing this research because the fact that
oh,
this is equated to childbirth means that there are some men that can empathize, and I appreciate that. Like as far as pain levels are concerned, you know what I'm saying? Like,
mm-hmm.
Lovey, with the trach, do you still experience pain, or is it a different type of experience?
My experience is a little bit different, but then I do have two other rare conditions that are coupled together with the sickle cell trait. I have megaloblastic anemia and thalassemia, so and the sickle cell trait on top of it. So I have cells that are too big, cells that are too small, and then I have the sickle cell trait on top of it, which
Yes.
in terms of pain, I have some symptoms where I feel like it's coming, like where I feel like I'm a little foggy, I'm a little too tired, I'm a little too like achy, like as if everything hurts all at once, and I can't exactly put my finger on exactly what it is. Like last week, I was telling you, like my back just it just started hurting, like at the top, like not like my back's going out, not like I could be like, oh yeah, I pulled a muscle because I was X, Y, and Z, and I was, it wasn't that. It just started hurting, and I'm like,
Right.
dang, my son told me like after I woke up, he was like, "Ma, you look like you haven't slept in days." I could barely get out of the bed. I was like drunk sleep. Like I've been
Mhm.
asleep for so many hours, it's crazy. But I'm waking up and I'm still tired, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm starting to, oh, now I gotta hit the doctor up. You know what time it is. I missed my last two transfusion appointments, so we're gonna have to do that and get that over with because it's not gonna feel any better. I'm gonna be more and more tired, and my hemoglobin's gonna continue to drop if I don't do something about it.
You got to get transfusions too.
Hmm.
Oh, God. What's your
Yeah.
blood type? I'm always interested in stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's how it's
I'm
got.
not telling. What kind of mess?
That's funny. I found it.
Cause I'm just saying, like for $29.99 per day, I might be able to sponsor you.
For
uh,
29.99. Oh
Mhm.
my God.
A pint
Just
per
take
day.
care. Just take care of these motherfucking medicine bills we get. I mean, that's it.
Right.
That's it. Take care of those when we need to do when we need it taken care of, and we
Yeah.
good.
He
so
must think
Right.
that
he
note,
must think that my last name is Rothschild. I said,
we
"Bitch, for $29.99."
Are you gonna see
a
that low
month."
ball? I'm not even telling for that. It's not,
I have a question for y'all.
What's up?
So we talk about the medical aspect of things, but medical bills are just high. They just want a lot of money for not a lot of service a lot of the time.
Mhm.
Is there a restriction? Like, okay, so I smoke cigarettes for however many years, right?
Mhm.
So certain insurance won't cover certain stuff because I have basically a pre-existing
They're
condition.
pre-existers. Yeah, they already. I already
So
know that from insurance. They
it's sickle
pre-existers.
cell. Yeah, it is.
Hmm.
Oh, that's fucked up. So not only can you not get the medicine, but you can't get the insurance.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Mm.
I
I
don't
don't
like.
know how it is for us,
And here's
but
the crazier part. And I don't know if you guys have life insurance, but I'm about to save your lives. Do not get a physical on any styles of life insurances with your condition
Okay.
because they have what's called a medical like chart or medical year chart where 7 years they keep you on that. And if you actually have something that's there forever, you're not going to be allowed to get certain premiums on your life insurance policies. So you'll only be able to cap off on a certain amount. So you know how people you talking about those $1 million policies?
Mm.
Those are called like universal or pretty much investment policies, right? And you got to get a physical with them. If you
Mm.
fail that physical, you're no longer be going to be valued at that amount ever again.
Mm.
Like if you have a heart attack, if you have a stroke,
I
don't
heard
ever get a physical.
whole 23andMe phase. They was having
Hmm.
doing those genealogies to issue like life insurance policies as well.
Right. Now,
Um,
if you have a partner, tell your partner and they don't have any issues, tell them to go get that policy and y'all pour into that policy with your own.
Okay.
But don't ever get a physical. This is from your neighborhood hood insurance investor. Just don't do it.
Not
Save
really.
yourself some
Gotcha.
time, stress.
Okay. So hear me out. Hear me out. Y'all seen Supercell, right?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
In Supercell, it was a very uncaught. It wasn't caught until the people with sickle cell watched Supercell. You would have bypassed it because it was literally one sentence in the entire series where the dude told the kid that the supercell was a mutation of sickle cell.
Hmm.
Do y'all believe that's a thing that can happen? Seeing as how we found out today is
Yes.
man-made.
Yes.
I would love it to happen. How about that? I would love it to happen.
I mean, like, sign me up. Do I get three? Because I have three conditions at once. Like, do I get,
I hope
because
so. I have all the super.
word, like, blow that
mm,
up. Because
Right.
I'm
They
into
just
that.
activate a terminal joint. Y'all just hulk out.
mm. My
Not
favorite superhero is Wolverine because of that.
Yeah. Right.
because of the
Always healing. I'm like, man, that would be so cool. I could just heal this
Mm,
and be done with it.
yeah,
come
that's dope.
on.
Or you just slip and fall and just pass through a wall.
Okay,
That'd be kind of crazy.
so
You cry wild as hell.
hear me out, right?
Hear me out. I don't think it's too far fetched.
Not
Mm-mm,
Hear me out. I
Ah!
promise you.
mm-mm,
As a
Can't be. Can't be.
therapist, I promise you. I don't think it's too far fetched.
This is wiping himself.
Hell yeah.
I'm looking for y'all super in the background. Okay, okay. Uh,
Mm.
I find it always interesting when they put those little tidbits into the media.
mm.
Oh, it's after 9. Thank God.
Uh
Grimace. It's a little late.
oh. Okay.
Oh,
Right, right. You good. Now you want
you
to get
good.
a movie out this bitch. Okay. So I find it always interesting when they put um those little kind of tidbits about stuff in the movies, and it always sends me down a rabbit hole of how these things work. I'm fascinated with genetics. I really am.
Mm.
Um, is sickle cell the dominant gene? Does it pass down in a certain way? Like, how does that work?
Passed down in like which sense?
I
Like
get what
just
you're saying. I
So
get what you're saying.
because it's mostly us, right? I guess
yeah.
the genetics behind it all. I
Mm,
know I have one copy of the gene from each parent.
mm.
But what would be the other? So the
Sorry.
normal cell is the dominant gene, and then the sickle cell is the non-dominant
Recessive.
gene. Is that how that works? Thank you, because that was the word I was looking
That's a good
You know what?
question.
Right.
I was saying, I'm thinking about that. That is a
Because
good question.
for. Look, I told y'all, I've been researching this since we
Hella
started.
research.
Yeah, like since we probably like 3 weeks ago, I started
Mm,
looking into just different stuff because it's always amazing to me to watch how the body adapts and to know people
mm,
like yourselves who
Yeah.
carry this every day where others y'all have heard me say on the show before, just emotionally speaking, people can't always carry what the next person
Hmm.
carries.
mm,
Right.
But, but you have people like yourselves who are physically speaking
mm,
carrying something that's y'all are the ants of the human world. Like y'all are
Right.
carrying 10 times your body limit shit. And it's
mm,
amazing to me.
It's
So
it's like I like to say like this to really piggyback on what Kristen says. It's a beautiful thing to watch somebody learn to live with something. I love to learn about the person living with it. So as a result, there's some things that I may gather that you're just like it's just normal for you to behave like this, but my understanding based on what I'm reading is just a, I guess putting an a term to what you're living with.
mm,
So that's I think I echo Kristen's sentiment by saying like it's once you go down that rabbit hole of like holy hell, this is a lot more to it. Even down to the beginning of like the mosquito, it's like, wh- whoa, wait a minute. Like, do y'all know y'all blood types, like recessives and dominants and shit? Then do you know like the calcium deposits that are at, that's the stuff that it showed us.
Yeah.
However, you're living just an everyday life. Like you're Alice there, you're Cosmo, just living
Mm.
your life, just knowing you're in pain, and we're just sitting here studying what type of pain you're in.
Yeah.
I just want I like to go off of that. I mean, and
That was debilitating, by the way.
correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I am wrong, bro. Like Cosmo, you can piggyback off of me when I say this. The medical field cannot, absolutely cannot let anybody know, or they can find out what type of pain level or anything that we are on ever.
Really.
They cannot tell how high, how
There's
low,
no way
how
to
severe.
pinpoint it
There's
and
no
say
So
way.
it
that
goes off the
it's
scale.
between here. There's
Mm.
you he may feel it, but there's no way for a doctor to look at it and be like,
Mm.
this is how much pain you're in. This is
Mm.
what I need to
Right.
give you. This is going to
Wow.
cure it.
Patient has
Like
That
to
he
was
can
going
very
to be a
well,
question for me.
full fucking plane mode and be like, nah, I'm good. And then it'll be a couple of days later, be like, nah, I don't feel good. They should be asking me how long have I felt like that. I'm like, oh, for like a couple of days. Nigga, like the fuck? But I mean, people, I mean, there's no way of telling. I mean, we could have this conversation in front of a whole bunch of doctors right now. They'd be like, no, they don't look like they got sickle cell.
right.
They
Oh yeah,
will not be
they're
able to
quick with that.
pinpoint.
Very quick with that.
Wow.
What does a
They
person
go off for
Fucking
looks.
look like?
Whoa. Time
They're
out.
super quick to dismiss
Time
the
out.
whole pain level altogether.
Mm.
Or
Time
I
out.
mean like 110%. Oh, you're not in pain.
Mm.
Krista, you too. You did the same thing. Time out.
Mm. Mm.
Hold up.
Because
Mm.
Hold
wait a
up.
minute. First of all, one of the main precursors for sickle cell is y'all black. So we should just
You a whole
assume everybody
Negro.
black got it and start from there. In my mind, I know that sounds weird, but you don't look like you. What does sickle
Like,
cell?
what did they look like?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
If you don't,
they
if you're
don't
in there
see
crying and all that,
right.
they'll pay attention. But if you come in there, which me, I can look how I look right now, and I could be a level 10, and nobody would know unless I want you to know.
That's because your
Right?
pain threshold is different than a normal person.
You know. And then they just say, "Oh no, you're perfectly fine. Oh, you're just coming here for meds." And it's
Right.
like,
They
no,
think you
like
just want some drugs.
no,
You don't
I'm
know how
in
many
livid.
times I've heard that you don't look like you are in a crisis.
Mm. And it's like, what am I supposed to be
And then I
doing
got
then?
right. I mean, then I asked them like, what does sickle cell look like? Like,
Right.
what does a person in crisis look like? They be like, I don't know. You don't seem like you're in pain. You don't look like you're in pain. Like, so I'd be like, so you actually going against what I'm feeling right now? Okay.
So
To
so y'all made like some interesting points, and I meant to ask this earlier.
Mhm,
Um, I know you said you rub your belly.
mhm.
Alistair said that he focuses acutely on the pain. Am I hitting it correctly?
Mhm.
Pause.
And he scratches it. Yep.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I scratched
scratches.
my. Yeah, I scratched my.
Um, what other holistic practices do you guys do? Like, I guess like the way you're describing this pain is like having a toothache in your entire body,
Hmm.
like a really bad toothache, like with the wisdom teeth compacted on top of that, like
Hmm.
roots tangled and shit. That's the
Hmm.
only way I can describe. That's the worst pain other than my back I've ever been in, and even with my back, I went numb, so I didn't really feel it. The tooth I felt, and I'm that's the only thing I can really describe it as.
It's worse than a
How do
two,
you
bro.
how do you
A
channel?
toothache in my body is probably a level two.
That's wild work. How do you channel that pain? Like, like for those people that are that's wild.
Is there any channeling the pain, or do you just go through it?
I mean, like, I'm only asking because they're
We go
saying that
through
the
it in our we have this sickle cell box in our mind and in our spirit and in our soul that we try to go to where there's no fucking pain.
Yeah.
huh,
Like,
Yeah.
that's just basically how I could explain it. We go into this fucking box.
it's
It's
like a
not
safe
big.
space.
Yes, it's not big. It's just enough room for us to be up in there maybe in a fetal position or something like that, where we're channeling all our screams and all our anger, frustration, and pain to that spot, and we just
Wow.
look normal on the outside.
Wow.
Hmm.
Does it affect your breathing?
Oh
It
yeah,
does.
yeah, yeah. You get acute chest. You can't breathe. Oh yeah. I
Hmm.
get I get the P word. I don't even like saying the actual word because I get it so much. But it sounds with
Right,
starts with a P and ends with a
right.
I was like, what?
You can say it, but I just don't say it because I get it that much that literally somebody gets a cold and they give it to me and then it's turned into that. And then next thing you know,
Wow.
that's like that word is my kryptonite. Like
So
that's what usually puts me down for the count.
Wow.
I'm sorry,
What
I'm
did
still
it?
stuck on what sickle cell looks like. I'm still stuck there. I got so
Yeah,
mad
Right.
real quick.
yeah,
But so is it like okay? I've read a lot of stories where people passed away from their sickle cell, right? Is it
correct.
the actual sickle cells blocking the blood that causes that, or is it the P word or other complications that would be related to it that would more prevalently cause some
Mm.
pass on?
It's yeah, similar to AIDS. It's the other stuff that's gonna the acute chest, the it's all that stuff that goes with it. Uh Sometimes the pain. You have instances where sickle cell itself can put you down, but a lot of the time it's the other stuff that comes with it
Yeah,
that leads
they
that
said
leads
45% succumb to the pain, like to like
yeah, the pain.
drugs. They go to drugs because the pain is too unbearable and they can't get any drugs from the hospital.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's rough.
That's wow.
That's why I'm thankful for blood exchanges because blood exchanges very helpful. And bring it for a circle. You said something earlier. Doctors will look at you and they will say, "Hey, you don't look like this." It even goes a step further. If your numbers don't look a certain way, they can say, "Oh, your numbers are not a certain way, so that means your pain is not." And a nurse told me one time, she said, "You always should give the medicine because how can you regulate people's pain threshold? This might be a level 10 to one person, but this might be a level 2 to another person. That's why you always have to." But doctors will say, "Oh, your numbers is whatever. Oh, you're not sickling enough." I could be sickling 12%. That could be excruciating to me. You can't tell me because I'm only sickling 12% or whatever the case is that I don't have any pain. Or even I get a blood exchange. You get a blood exchange, they say, okay, you get 80% of your blood taken out. Okay, I still got 20% of sickle cell. What is that? Which has happened. The 20% is beating my butt. And the 80,
That's more than enough.
but they just seem like, oh, okay, you had a blood exchange, so you should be fine. Or oh, the numbers look good. And this is not that simple.
I mean, ask that doctor to step on 20% of a broken glass. It's
Exactly.
to just see how much pain he's gonna be in. Like, it don't matter if it's the whole
Oh,
goddamn
I just
glass or twenty
put
percent of the goddamn
20%
glass or
on his
12%.
milk at spoiled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, just
Hmm.
it don't have to be the full gallon. I'm gonna just put
Hmm.
20% of spoiled milk in that
Eat
gallon.
eat this
Yeah,
much of a moldy piece of bread. Like, go ahead.
yeah, exactly.
Oh my
But they do
god!
do that.
It's gonna be an ongoing process. I mean, and yeah, a lot of people ask, how do we take this with a light heart? I mean, it is what it is by now. Like we can't get rid of it. It's just like somebody that know that they're gonna die from cancer and shit like that. I mean, it's a 50-50 chance you're gonna come up out of there. I mean, we take it lightly because why are we gonna worry about it? We gotta
Mm.
live our life the best way that we can, even though we gonna motherfucking be in pain. A lot of people don't understand, like getting in water, playing in water and shit like that, and then going into a full blown crisis just because you got in that water trying to have fun. Or you playing sports and you get dehydrated a little bit too much one day and you go into a fucking cold crisis. I could just be having a little bit too, just being excited a little bit too much or being depressed a little bit too much, and I'm going into a full blown crisis. This is
Mm.
something that is not going
Hmm.
anywhere for us. We are going to go through this all day, every day for the rest of our fucking sickle cell lives. Now, I mean, and a lot of people is not going to understand that or just don't choose to understand it, or you have people that understand it a little bit too much.
Hmm.
It's for anybody to understand. It is just for y'all to just be there when we need y'all.
Hmm. That leads we're 20 minutes past the hour. It leads into a final thought from the both of you. And it's critical because you just said something that was on the tip of my tongue, and it's called advocacy. Um, Cosmo spoke on it. What can we do? What can we do as advocates? What should we what can we know if there's one thing that we can take away from this whole thing? What can we know to be better advocates and better um awareness and provide better awareness to this situation? I don't like to call it a disease, but this situation that you guys are facing.
Go ahead, Kai.
Support. September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. You know, like I said before, we're loners. So a lot of the stuff, we're in the hospitals, we're doing all this. People gotta go to work. People gotta live their lives. So a lot of time you're by yourself in these elements. So support is the best thing. Like, I might not want you around 24/7, but hey, that 1 hour, whatever percent that I want you around, hey, support. Hey, it's sickle cell awareness month, letting people know about blood drive. Like me specifically, I get so many blood exchanges that blood is my key. So letting people know, hey, donating blood, just being an advocate in any shape, form. People watch Supercell. That thing went crazy, and then just by that, I had a whole bunch of people hit me up like, oh, is that what you have? You have sickle cell? So just people just don't know. So just talking about it, letting it be out there, sending a post about it, checking on somebody. Just overall, it all goes down to just being supportive. Like I got me. I'm very strong willed. Most of us are all very strong willed, but it does make us feel better when we know, hey, we got somebody in the back that will, that is at least supporting us, at least thinking about us, helping us with the fight.
Absolutely.
Alistair, I feel bad for having you even answer a question. You
I
shouldn't
would
even say
say
shit, man.
I love the support answer. I would say understand us.
Yeah,
To understand
understanding. Hmm.
us, understand us and how we roll and how we feel during this time, the duration
Hmm.
of it, um, the beginning, the end of it. I mean, it you have to understand us and how we operate in these moments because when we are not in these moments, we are high high focus, higher active, energized, the most I mean, we're everything that you everybody see us as. But in this moment, this is the time where we might want to be by ourselves. We might want to, I mean, this is our mourning period. Everybody has that. This is our down moment for us. Even though we still got to get up, go to work, I mean, we got to keep moving and everything. Shit don't stop. Shit does not stop. And I can actually say that I died for this shit because I did die on the table. I did die in the hospital for this shit. So I have
He
a
keeps
like very
laughing about it. It's just crazy.
understanding of the whole. I mean,
Hmm.
it's not
Hmm.
funny, but it is part of life.
It's part of the
I
journey.
mean,
I think we all have that kind of
I
story.
mean,
Yeah,
when you
it's part of the journey.
understand. That's why I say you gotta understand us. It's gonna be shit that I mean, find out from the person that that has sickle cell that you probably find like terrifying and everything like that.
Hmm.
It is. It is. It was to us too until we had to keep enduring the situations that we are in. I mean, it's not
Hmm.
fun, but we find a way to make it better for us.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So understand that person that you know that has sickle cell.
And we also have Lovey who just informed us that she has like a conglomerate of things. Anything that you'd like to share with us?
I would just say be sensitive to the people that are around you because everybody isn't as bold as these two to come out and talk about it and say that that's what it is. Some people are just going to get really quiet and stop talking. I do that. I just get quiet and I stop talking and I take a moment because I need a moment to heal. And I'm not as comfortable with everybody seeing me in a weak state. Like it
Right.
took one time for a friend of mine to call 911 because I just could not get up. And even in that, I was feeling it, but I was so uncomfortable with being like, girl, I can't do it. I can't move. It just hurts all over. I don't know. I didn't even open my mouth and say that. So just keep your eyes open and your ears open and your heart ready because some people are not going to stay. These are two bold soldiers for real. They're willing to come out and talk about it and bring awareness. Some people are not going to say. So check in on the person who didn't say so much. Their eyes looked a little dark. Their skin looked a little pale, a little flaky, a little yellow. Check in. Say hi. What's going on? Be there because some of it is just that comfortability of letting someone else in because sometimes it can be hard.
And you're gonna see the signs. You
Right.
definitely gonna see the signs.
You're going to see
Yeah,
it. I mean,
yeah. Well said. Yeah.
Listen, we want to thank you guys so much for all that love you just said. I can, she kind of took the words out of my mouth. Like, thank y'all for being, not only open and transparent, but giving us a good understanding of the intimate moments that you have to share in private, that share alone, the pain, the anguish, the suffering, um, with permission. And I want to share a final thought with Kristen. We're going to let you guys go. Alistair, I wish you nothing but wellness, man. Like, I ain't never seen you like this before. It did not make me feel good. Like, seriously, like, you usually the dude that just, what I mean? It didn't make me feel good, and I just give you healing and positive energy. Cosmo, what can I say, dude? Like, your journey is nothing but inspiring, and I wish that they find a cure for both of y'all. And when they do, I hope that you guys are number one and number two in the line,
or
holding hands with T-Boz, by the way. But I hope you
that
guys are
part.
number one and number two in that line to really reap the goodness that you guys show every day. I mean, nobody knows that silent suffering, and to still be good people when you're in so much pain. Like, hats off to y'all. You
I
just made
appreciate
me
it.
feel a little bit better about being a human just from sharing you guys' experience. But thank you guys so much.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you
Salute.
guys
I
for
appreciate.
coming on. Do y'all want me to do a Queen's Gambit today, or we could leave it at that?
Yes, ma'am. This is all you. We got 2 minutes. This is just you.
All right.
I'm letting these folks down.
So 29%. That's the percentage of Americans with sickle cell. That's a silent and merciless disease that doesn't play fair. It creeps through families, through generations, through your own DNA like an unwanted shadow. It steals your energy, your joy, and your peace from too many of our brothers and sisters. And the truth is, it hits our community the hardest, not just in the body, but also in the spirit. Imagine a baby waking up every morning with pain in their bones that medicine cannot fully touch. A mother praying through the night, begging for relief that comes and goes like a ghost. A father holding his child's hand in the ER again, wondering why this battle feels so unseen, so underfunded, and so ignored. Let's talk about the ER for a second, because fuck y'all for real. Too many of our people with sickle cell walk into these hospitals seeking help and end up facing judgment instead of care. They're looked at like they are addicted to something. They're looked at like they're liars, like burdens to the greater good when all they're doing is trying to survive. Imagine crying out in pain and the nurse who's treating you rolls her eyes. Imagine explaining your crisis and the doctor questions your honesty. That's not medicine, it's bullying, it's bias in a white coat, and it's costing our people their lives. The horror of sickle cell ain't just in the hospital visits or the medication. It's in the isolation. It's in being misunderstood. It's in being told you look fine when your body feels like it's falling apart bit by bit. It's in whispers and shame and fatigue and fear of being labeled as weak. It's in our community. It's in our game. But since we play chess and not checkers, that means we move with more wisdom. We strategize with love. We protect our kings and queens before they fall because every one of us has a role to play: family, friend, neighbor, nurse, doctor, and advocate. We cannot keep waiting for people to speak up for our people. We need to get the information out here and let folks understand that there's a whole community of folks there just to help them. I'm glad to be back. I was grateful to be back for this episode. I love y'all so much. This has been Chestnut Checkers. Good night, everybody.
We like to thank all of our guests for such an enlightening experience. I've learned so much. I'm in a little bit of shock. I'm not going to lie to you. Um, Before we go, what is one thing you took away?
I think this just really doubled down for me on the idea that you got to make sure of how you treat people because you don't know what a person is carrying. You don't know what a person has been through on any given day. And that thing could be so much bigger than you that you really could be the straw that breaks a camel's back. So just
Mm-hmm.
be kind, you know,
That
lead with love.
that's it. I learned the one thing is that there's two, when you're dealing with sickle cell and a person carrying sickle cell, there's two people that you have to learn in one body. That's one thing that if I can take anything away, it's like I have to learn the good person, and I have to learn like it's not whether or not when I'll see that bad person that I don't really want to see. It's going to happen, and how do I handle that other person? And
Mhm.
how do I exercise the care and compassion that they rightfully deserve? Because who knew? Like that. But who knows?
You
So
don't.
it was just like
Can't
it
even
was
say
an eye.
no. Don't.
Right. So it was just an eye opener for me just to take a little bit more time and just better understand.
Yeah.
Like their good days and their bad days. Like you said, all the more be kind. Just because.
Just cause.
Just because. That's gonna be another logo. We are chestnut checkers. We be spitting them out, don't we?
Oh,
I
yeah.
would like to wish you guys the best rest of the week. Join us next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be here. We have another special treat for you guys, another live show in store. We're going to be having fun rocking out. I am your host, William Alexander. We have your co-host. Welcome back. We missed you. We loved you. Let me get her back on the stage. Hold on a second. We got Miss Lovey in the building.
Hi,
Let me
Willa.
bring him back on the stage. Hold on a second. We got Alice there in the building. He's actually camera off, but he's in the building. And last but not least, we have our brother Cosmo in the building. Shouts out to them. Oh, he's not in the building. Oh, there he is.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, there he is. Hey.
You see me?
So shouts out to everybody that came in. And I hear your voice, Alice, there. We wish y'all nothing but wellness and support, love, life, advocacy. If nobody else is an advocate, you just gained a supporter right here. Chestnut checkers, y'all. Y'all have a great night.
Y'all too.
Good night, everybody.
Night. Appreciate it.